Hey, what's up you guys, this is SGB618 here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to dodge red shells in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, whether you are a competitive Mario Kart player like myself, or you follow me on my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe live streams, which you should subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss that. Every single Saturdays I do live stream that. You would know that the red shells are insanely annoying, because they can make you slip up and fall. They can straight up just make you fall for no reason. They can mess up your shortcuts, which is absolutely infuriating, and the list just goes on and on and on. To be honest, they're just as bad as blue shells in terms of being annoying. So yeah, those are one of the last things you need in any place in the race, to be honest. So today I will show you a couple of methods that I know, and I taught myself how to get rid of these stupid red shells, and it will just make your life in the competitive scene, so it just makes your life a lot easier, to be honest. But before this video starts, please make sure that you smash the like button and subscribe for some more content, and to be following my streams later on today, because I will be streaming Mario Kart 8 Deluxe later on today. And on top of that, this will actually help you, because on the live stream we will be racing each other and, you know, doing some competitive races. So without further ado, let's just go straight into it. Okay, so the first two types of methods for dodging red shells are very simple, so I'll just quickly summarize them real quick. I will definitely talk about them though, because there are some people, especially the new guys, who don't know how to dodge red shells in the basic ways. So the first set of items that you're going to want for dodging red shells are banana peels, green shells, red shells, and the triple versions of those items. Now, just looking at this, like the singled item ones, like just the banana, just the green shell, and just the red shell, all you have to do is just hold down the item button, and it will keep the item behind your car. So then when the red shell comes and hits you, it will just smack right into the item that you held behind you. So that is very simple, and it's not like Mario Kart Wii where it can hit you on the side, because that doesn't happen anymore. Thank you Nintendo for that. So yeah, all you have to do is just hold it behind you and it will be perfectly fine. Now for the triple items, that's possibly even easier. All you have to do is just press the item button once. You don't need to hold it, and then the items will just surround you. Then when the red shell comes and hits you, it would actually hit one of the items that are rotating around you. But here is the thing that could happen. If you only have one or two of those items rotating around you, like left, there's still a possibility that the red shell can still hit you. So what you're going to want to do in that situation is wait until the red shell is just about to hit you, and then throw one of them behind you. Then it should be able to cancel out the red shell hit. Now, more on that later, because my favorite item that I'm going to touch on later actually does do that as well. My favorite method of dodging a red shell also includes that, so stay tuned for that later on in the video. The next set of items are the star and the bullet bill, or I like to call the invincibility items. These are pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just literally press the item button and you're invincible. Nothing can hurt you. The best part about these items though is the fact that nothing can hurt you. It's not just the red shell that you're immune to. You can dodge the blue shell, you can dodge lightning bolts, you can dodge green shells, any other items, which is very nice. I will say for the star, don't go too crazy, because you can still fall off the track, but the bullet bill, it will literally just carry you forward basically, so no worries there pretty much. Only problem is that they're very situational, and on top of that, you only get those at the back of the race. But if you are skilled enough to carry them all the way up to first place or the higher ranks, then yeah, you can definitely do that if you really wanted to. Alright, so going straight into the more interesting methods, the first one that I want to talk about is the bail method, which is also used to take out blue shells as well. This was used for Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. Basically what you do is, it's very hard to explain, which is why I'm going to show it up on screen. All you have to do is fall off the track at the perfect timing, then the blue shell or the red shell would hit you, but you're kind of like using your invincibility frames to dodge it. So like you would fall off the track, right? And it would still hit you, but you won't get hit by it because you're getting carried by Lakitu and being put back on the track. Again, it's very hard to explain, but if you see it on the screen, then it would make sense to you what I'm trying to say. So that's a very good method. Now, some people will complain and say, well, what's the point of dodging the red shell if you're just going to fall off the track and lose coins anyway? Well, as a matter of fact, when you get hit by a red shell or a blue shell, your recovery is a lot slower than when you fall off the track. It used to be the other way around in Super Mario Kart to Mario Kart 7, because Lakitu would let you drop and then you would get carried up. But in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's like you fall for a couple of seconds and then Lakitu just immediately gets you back up, depending on where you fell. So do try that one out as well, because it's very useful. It is very risky depending on where you actually drop, but if you know what you're doing, very, very good method. Okay, this is one of the most situational methods I have ever seen in my life, and it took me so long to actually get footage for this one. I'm not sure if there's a name for it, but I like to call it the big corner method, and the reason for that is you was able to do this in Super Mario Kart, but it was super difficult. What you have to do is, if you manage to find a track with an absolute massive curve that you have to drift around or something, if you get close enough to the wall where like you turn, or if it's just a big turn in general, you could actually lose the red shell that's chasing you behind you, because it could just hit straight into the wall. It will be easier if you had mushrooms, because you can just quickly zoom around the inside of the corner, but it's a little bit tricky, as you can see here. And again, I know it's very difficult to explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking about once you see the footage. So if you're skilled enough to do it, again, it's a very good method, but very, very situational and very, very tricky. I would even say it's probably the most trickiest one to pull off here. Here's another situational one, and this isn't really on you, this is just you relying on the last place guy in the race, and that is Lightning Bolt. Now Lightning Bolt, yes, it does zap you and shrink you, but after it zaps you, you get like a second or two of invincibility frames. So that means that once you get zapped and a red shell is about to hit you, it won't hurt you, because like your, again, invincibility frames, like what I mentioned in the bail method, is very complicated, and it's like a whole video game technological thing, but if you do understand it, it would make sense, as you can see. I haven't got footage for this one because again, it's very, very situational, but it's very, very useful in the race. Alright, so I saved my favourite two for last because I think they look the coolest when you pull them off, and it is so awesome. So my second favourite method is the super horn. I like to call it the mega horn for whatever reason, not the Pokemon move. Anyway, this one is one of the easiest to pull off, but it's a very rare item, in like obviously in first place. But if you do manage to get it, it's very simple to pull off. All you have to do is wait for the red shell to get relatively near you, not absolutely close, and then you just press the item button and blow it up. It literally looks awesome. Now, funnily enough, it's easier to dodge the blue shell this way than it is the red shell, and I'll tell you why. The red shell requires you to press the X button and look behind you to do it, because if you do it too late, obviously the red shell will still hit you. But with the blue shell, before it hits you, it hovers on top of you, so the timing is a little bit easier on the blue shell. But to be honest, it's not really that difficult. You just need to be careful and don't get too overconfident and stuff like that. And finally, my favourite method of dodging a red shell, it was in the thumbnail, and that is the bob-omb. Now if you follow me on Twitter, I actually did post a couple of clips where I dodged the red shell with a bob-omb, and it looks so awesome. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. If you dodge a red shell with a bob-omb, you can't actually do that, because like, you would just blow yourself up if you hold it right behind you. Yes, that's what will happen if you do that incorrectly. But remember what I said before about the hovering around you items, where like when the red shell's coming towards you, like just at the right moment, you quickly throw the item behind you and hit it. Do exactly the same thing here, but it's my favorite because it literally explodes the red shell. So like as you can see here on the inkling side, you sort of have to look behind you, but to be honest, the timing isn't that strict. If you do it a bit too early, then the red shell will just go around it and then hit you. But when it's just about to hit you, you know, when like it stopped turning around and then it just goes straight, when it starts homing on you basically, throw it behind you. Seriously, it looks so awesome, as you can see here. Like you can just see that little mini explosion, and then you're fine, you're off. You can go win that race, bond the red shell, and seriously, it's so awesome. So there you have it, guys. Those are some methods of dodging the red shell in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Hopefully it was very helpful for you guys. Comment down below if you did use any of these methods and put them into practice, and please tell me if they worked for you so that I know. And let's just start conversations. I know that there's quite a few new people on my channel as well, so please make sure that you comment down below. I would like to talk to you guys as well. And on top of that, if you do want to put these into practice and you want to get into competitive Mario Kart, or you just want a nice relaxing evening with me on my channel, then make sure that you go follow my streams this evening. I will be streaming Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with a lot of you guys who have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So make sure that you go do that. So I would highly recommend that you subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss that this evening. They're about an hour long, and I start it at about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening UK time. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.